This video is about my other audio tour, a guide to the Quayside and the North City, and invite the guests to go for a quayside walk and, in the words of the publisher, discover the moorings of local history. The About section shows my profile as author, and then some information about what the tour contains. And key factors are the shipbuilding history in the city, emigration as part of the Irish potato famine, and the role of the city during World War II. But we'll also see the Foyle Marina, Magee College, and some shirt factories in the city. Again, the tour is best done during daylight hours to appreciate the views, and that gives you a few of the landmarks and places that you'll see along the way. So the map, the route starts down in the bottom right, works its way along the river, goes as far as the emigration sculptures, and then goes up and comes past Magee and returns to the city along the Northland Road, Clarendon Road area. Our starting point is the Visit Derry Information Centre. The first stop on our tour is the Guildhall, and guests are invited to go and visit that and told a little bit about information about that. And then we go to the embankment, look over at the Peace Bridge, but this time we turn left and walk past the City Hotel. And while we do that, I tell a bit of history about the famous tenor from the city, Joseph Locke. We'll continue our walk along the quay and make the guest aware about the shipbuilding history of the city as well. And then we reach the Foyle Marina and tell a bit of the story of how the Clipper come here every 2 years or so. I'll introduce you to this character and the story about McMahon and MacLear, the god of the sea and the River Foyle. And also not forget the role of the city in the Second World War. And there we see a storyboard showing the U-boat surrender that occurred in the city. We'll continue our walk down towards the emigration sculptures and make people aware of the history of the famine in the late 1840s and the emigration that happened there, before we turn back and we cross the car park in Sainsbury's and tell a bit about St. Column. There's his boat, or a representation of his boat, the Curragh, that he went to Iona. So we'll walk along the Strand and then we'll turn up the Rock Road and make our way to Magee College. So education becomes a big theme of the tour from this point, and we'll leave the complex of the university and walk along the Northland Road, passing the BBC Radio Foyle building, a blue plaque, and then also the old asylum where the Northwest College is now, before we reach Clarendon Street and turn left down there and then make our way along Queen Street with information about the shirt factories of the area, and then go past the Irish Language Centre Cultureland on Great James's Street, before progressing to Fallon's Jewellers and the Golden Teapot or Kettle, and then the closing point of this tour at the Northern Counties building and the red plaque to Amelia Earhart. I hope you've been interested in doing this tour, and if you wish to purchase it, it's available for $5.99 from VoiceMap or for £4.51 from Viator, or from myself for bulk purchases of 10 plus coats. Thank you for listening, and I invite you to join me sometime on a quayside audio walk.